YouTube and Google have been cracking down on content lately, even more than usual. Anything remotely tied to Parkland, in remote question of the mainstream narrative, has been removed from the internet. Videos are removed for bullying, with the implied claim that questioning the content of speech of these new activists was harassment or bullying. This has led to an issuing of YouTube's community guideline strikes to many channels, which at first leads to a disabling of live streaming, and then at the second strike, a 2-week suspension, and then finally, with a third strike within 3 months, termination of the account and all of its associated channels. This has led to a lot of channels getting the axe from YouTube, and from what I have heard through the grapevine, YouTube employees are not allowed to manually review any of the videos about Parkland. They are told just to deny the appeal. This has led to InfoWars and Alex Jones getting 2 community guideline strikes within days of each other, as CNN itself was directly trying to shut them down. Other channels from individuals on YouTube have actually been shut down as a result of covering Parkland. Even videos that were not even critical of the mainstream narrative. Suit Yourself has had his channel taken down, along with Atheism is Unstoppable, The Black Child, Defango, and many others that I can't even list, some of them being educational channels about guns. Other channels like Sinatra Says, Esoteric Entity, TuneHobe, and certainly others, have been hit with community guideline strikes that have disabled their ability to live stream on YouTube. Sinatra's stream that was taken down for bullying was simply reviewing the CNN town hall meeting. This recent hysteria has continued on in the form of Google shopping searches being minimized. You could search for AK-47 and still find results. However, AR-15 in every conceivable variation would yield no results at all. To take it one step further, all things with the letters G-U-N in the title were completely scrubbed, including Gundam toys, glue guns, and anything else with gun in the name. If that's not all amusing enough on its own, here are some golden propaganda pieces that aren't too difficult to see through. Here's one from CNN, and as you can see, it says here, son attends Stoneman Douglas High School, which means his son wasn't a victim. He went to the school, he was probably present for the shooting, but the victims were the ones that were shot. CNN is being misleading, but that's neither here nor there, nor is it surprising. Father of Florida school shooting victim on the threats being made against student survivors. I need President Trump today to address it publicly and demand that everyone who is making these threats stop. This community has been through trauma. Trump, make an announcement. These so-called death threats are very likely at least loosely associated with this exchange you can see here. Now you can decide for yourself if you think this is harassment or bullying, but this is David Hogg speaking to Alex Jones. Hey Alex Jones, and notice he didn't tag him. You seem to be really confused as to what I do, who I am, and I'd love to come on and clear some of this up because clearly as a shit journalist, you can't clarify. Well, David Hogg is apparently unfamiliar with the distinction between a journalist and an entertainer, and Alex Jones is an entertainer. So he, of course, retweeted, "Hi David, it would be fantastic for you to come on. I would be very thankful for that. I want to set the record straight and clear things up between you and I." David Hogg then says later, "I will not speak to anyone that has had disgusting remarks about the victims of mass shootings in the past. I sent that tweet without realizing just how awful so many people have been to victims and witnesses of these events in the past." Now here's one from MSNBC because we all know they had to throw their hat in the ring. They needed to give us their 2 cents whether we wanted it or not. Take a look at what teachers would really be up against if armed with a handgun and confronted with an AR-15. And as you are well aware, if somebody has an AR-15, law enforcement just won't even go in there. It is law enforcement repellent to have an AR-15, so clearly teachers shouldn't conceal and carry. There's also this subtle implication that because handgun bullets move slower, that it makes them less deadly.